Hello everybody. Today we are on the PTS server for Necrom. This is week 4. I already went over the patch notes. Please go check out that video if you are curious. Um, Today we're going to be going over the Curative Runeforms abilities, which is the healing part of the tools of Arcanist. Yeah, that works. Um, so let's dive on in. I will say the tooltips are based on obviously sets I'm wearing, and I'm trying to aim more towards like a PvP build, but we're not going to really be getting into what the tooltips say too much versus in terms of like this one says rune heals for 3016. That's not the focus, that number. The focus is on what the ability says it does versus and how I feel. So let's dive on in. Um, so we're gonna start off with Rune Mend here. I did like how they made the text a different color, and it says cost determined by highest max resource. So now it kind of stands out because it's this purplish kind of color, and it's in all caps. If you ever played PvP, it's like Zos is hiring Atu to yell at you. Um, So this one does craft a series of precise apocryphal runes, then propel them at yourself or an ally in front of you. The runes heal for X health 3 times. Now, the reason why I say X health is again I'm doing the sets I'm wearing. I'm trying out this build. This will probably be my experimental healing build for Arcanist when it goes live, which is Winter's Respite and Cold Harbor's Favorite, because I think it'd be funny to team those together. So why not? And Symphony of Blades. Obviously, this is not going to be my PVE build unless it's part of my fun build series. Which, hey, quick fun build series video. Cold Harbor's Favorite and Winter's Respite. It's like a proc healer. Okay, so the morphs for this ability are Evolving Rune Mend and Audacious Rune Mend. Let's see what we got here. Heals for an additional amount over time. Now, this is the one I chose before because I felt like the healing for I almost said I don't even know what the hell I was. I wasn't going to say Necromancer. I think I was going to say Necropopolis, which is not a thing. Um, the healing for Arcanist was a little eh. I mean, it was better than some classes, that some of the heals they could provide, obviously, but it wasn't like top tier. So I wanted to go with this because they didn't really have a hot. But now, I mean, they kind of do. I'll get into that later if I remember what ability it is. Um, what does this one do? Healing low health targets grants them ultimate. So that's actually all right. I mean, minor heroism is provided to them by a lot of other sources. So I opted for the heal over time, and I'm probably going to go for that one too because minor heroism is great for 6 seconds, but wardens already have it. A lot of other trial sets and stuff already kind of have minor heroism. And so it's like this is kind of like you can get this in plenty of other places. Um, so I went with the heal over time because that's kind of more important. I'll show you what that ability looks like. And I did take off one piece of each so that I wasn't going to proc the 5-piece bonus. So you can actually see the graphics. So that's it there. And then the heal over time is that little, that effect there. So that's not bad. That's not bad. Next one is the Remedy Cascade, which is that beam. Again, this is yet another ability that cost is determined by the highest max resource. Okay, so there's 3 in all here. There's 3 in all in healing. At least the base ability. Channel the Abyssal Seed to coalesce a beam of restorative energy. The beam heals you and your allies in its path for 29.4, I should say X health over 4.5 seconds. Consume Crux to also restore 728 magicka and stamina per Crux spent to your allies over 4.5 seconds. Alright, so let's see what we got for Morse. Morse, we have Cascading Fortune and Curative Surge. Cascading Fortune heals for more on low health targets. Okay. And this one, the beam gradually heals for more the longer you channel it. Healing can go up to 192% more. But I feel like this one, while it's a very powerful morph, I feel that you may not cast it for the full duration all the time, because you're going to get interrupted, or you're going to get, so you might actually miss out on a lot of the more powerful healing, whereas this one, it hits low health targets more. So this one might be a little better. Now, let's see what this looks like. Okay, so they did change, I feel like they changed the look of this one. This used to be yellow, now it's just green. Okay, now we're gonna try something really quick. I don't mean to make this video really long, I promise you. But we're gonna try this because I wanted to. I don't know if it's part of this. Let's see. Do an experiment here. Did I miss it? No. So we're gonna put that last ring on. So the cost right now of the ability is 648 magicka every 0.3. Okay. We're gonna see what we can do about that without infused. So this is 203, 203, 203. So without infused brings down to 100. Ooh, wow, man, that's crazy. Like, what? That's nuts. It is a sacrifice, though. I mean, but... And the one thing that you guys have to keep in mind, for those who say it's a powerful heal, I do kind of agree with you. But you have to keep... Look at the width of this. You can maybe fit 2 players sitting side by side, right? So in order for it to be effective in a group, you'd have to go like this, you know? You'd have to really go like this a lot. Or have everyone standing in a straight line and not move. So it's kind of like a kiss curse, you know? It's like, it's a great heal, but you have to stand in that little width of a spot. I mean, look how wide that is. Like I said, you can fit 2 people side by side, maybe. So, although, I mean, we can no-clip into each other, so that's not like a huge deal. Alright, next ability. Chakram Shields. Carve the runes of the blind man to call forth spinning mystical discs. Discs surround you or up to 4 allies in front of you, granting a shield that absorbs 7,000 X damage for 6 seconds. Discs prefer your rectal target or low health targets without shields. Okay, Morse. We got Destiny. Same thing. This one creates a crux. Recasting the shield on a target increases the maximum strength of the shield. Okay. And it's 30% stronger. This one, title, consumes crux to heal based on the shield's strength every second it persists. Okay, so consume a crux to cause the shield to heal for 33% of the shield's remaining strength. I don't know which one I prefer. But this also depends on Crux. This creates I guess we need something that creates Crux. This consumes. Does this create Crux? It does not. Okay. So maybe we go with this one because it creates a Crux. And while we might have other things that create Crux, we might not. I mean, we're not damagers. We might use things from, as a healer, we might use things from Soul Soldier of Apocrypha, definitely. But as for if you're just going over this skill line, I would say we need something that creates a Crux. But if I was hoping that I would have something else that creates Crux, this one's probably the better one. But I'm gonna go with this one, just, because not bad. Still the same animation overall, really. Alright, so this one, Arcanist Domain, draw forth your tome and invoke the Vigatorium, whatever, of Hermamora to conjure a vortex of power. Standing in the vortex grants you a bunch of buffs, increasing your damage and recovery. Okay. So this one, the effects remain on you and your allies for a short duration after leaving the area, so that didn't really change it. And that remains on you for 7 seconds. Okay. This one heals you and your allies in the area over time. Both are 8 seconds. I mean, both are a radius of 8 meters, both are 20 seconds. This one's better because the effects of damage and health of recovery remain on you after you leave. And as somebody who, as a class, for something that this one's hard because it like, why am I so tongue-tied right now? Oh, get it out, dude. This requires your group to stand in the 8-meter radius to get it. But that's not really what dungeons. That's not realistic in dungeons. It's not realistic in PvP. It's not. I mean, yeah, if you're standing on a flag, this would be absolutely fantastic because it creates a heal over time. Which, I mean, it's 11.8 with the sets I'm wearing. Keep that one in mind. It's with the certain sets I'm wearing. It could be higher. It could be lower. So ignore that. But overall, it's not a lot. I like this one because it's not realistic for people to stand in one area. But the problem is that without it, you have to rely on the beam heal as your heal over time, and I don't know if even that's realistic. But let's just say it is. I would go with this one because it doesn't require your group to stand in the area, which is important. In PvP and in PvE, you're going to be moving. That's just a fact. You're going to be moving around. You're not going to have time to stand in one area for 20 seconds and go, okay, guys, we can't do the mechanics because I need a heal. So we have to stand in for 8 seconds to get one shot. No, that's not a thing. And this morph is good, but it's good for, it's very situational. Like flags in PvP, or like a burn circumstance in PvE where you just kind of stand and deal with it, and your healer has to crank out a bunch of heals to, overdo any damage. That's what this heal would be probably pretty good at. But this one is good because your group can move around, and I think that that's a little more realistic, and you can keep casting it. So I'm gonna go with that one. All right, so last one, and this is a The controversial one. Now I don't know. We'll see what it says. I think that the known bugs, in all honesty, I think that known bugs thing is um, a test where it says that this can go into areas you're not supposed to go. I think it's a test for us. All right, so breach the world to create a portal to a target location. Its twin appears directly before you. Crossing the threshold allows you to teleport from one place to another. I really apocryphal gate generates crutch each time you teleport. Get that one in mind. Um, I've always liked this ability. I've never got people's issue with it. They said it feels clunky. It doesn't to me. I mean, it's just me. They say, they're trying to get to places that, I mean, for us players who have been playing a long time, we haven't been able to get to those places in a long time because PvP made abilities change. It made certain accesses, the up and down access, it just made it just change. Rules had to be applied because of PvP. And so the things people have issues with this, it just doesn't surprise me. All right. Increase your movement speed after teleporting, which I like. I'm more of a solo player. Um, so I like that I can use this and I get speed so I can reposition. So after teleporting, I get major expedition for 4 seconds. So for 4 seconds, I can move that much faster, and that I think is important when it comes to repositioning, especially as a healer. You can really, really troll people if you want to. This one grants a synergy to allowing them to teleport, and it should allow allies to teleport. So basically, you take somebody with you. Um, how many? Allies standing within either portal can activate the passive synergy, allowing them to teleport. It doesn't say how many can go with you though. I thought it was just one, but now it's saying allies. So usually a synergy is just one person. So we'll go with one person. Helps if I probably read it. Oh, okay. Each morph generates crux. I'm gonna go with this one though, because I feel like this one's buggy. I feel like this one is the one where people are going, yeah, it's really clunky. Maybe because they're activating the synergy, and do you have to activate the synergy every time? So I'm gonna go with this one and be selfish about it. So again, I've never had a problem with the Apocryphal Gate. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I put that I put that ring on, didn't I? I've never had a problem with Apocryphal Gate. I'll show you what I mean. Like, see, I dodge roll through it. I can dodge roll through it, run through it, and you can do it multiple times. Like I don't know. I've never had a problem with Apocryphal Gate. I just don't see. Hello. I mean, but that's one thing you also gotta keep in mind. If you're running, let's say in PvP, you're like, they're after me. Oh no! You already cast it and you already threw it. So you went through it as soon as you cast it. Bit of delay there. So you run. You can't really cast while you're running, so you'd have to let up. Boom! Now you're already ahead, and you had that speed boost. Now look how far away I am already. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a really good ability once you get used to it. But the problem is once you get used to it, I guess, I guess I can see that. Like, once you get used to it, it's like, oh man, like, but look at that. I cast it and I'm already through both of them. And I'm so far away from the target, you know? Or you can do this and then go this way, and that way you're not going in a straight line, but yeah, I don't know. I, I don't think this ability is the problem, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, what do they mean by the known bug where, you can cast it in places you're not supposed to? Okay. That's interesting. Imagine you're falling. "Ah!" But, alright. I don't think I could do that before. Sorry, gets a little sidetracked there. Alright, so the ultimate, Vitalizing Glyphic. I've never really liked this ultimate. I hate to say it. I'm sorry. I've never ever really liked it at all. You know, I just... It's always been weird, but anyway, summon an apocryphal glyph which you and your allies can heal. The glyphic spawns at 30% health and grows the stronger the more you heal it. The power within the glyphic grants up to 200 weapon damage and heals you and your allies around it for X health or for X health every second in proportion to its health. Okay. This one tides. Well, the glyphic spawns at higher health, which it spawns at 50% health versus 30. And grants additional damage reduction when it is fully powered. Okay, at full health, the glyphic grants major protection, reducing damage taken for 10. I'll probably choose this one, but let's see what this one is. Dealing damage to the glyphic powers it up instead of healing it. So you're losing major protection. I'm gonna go with this morph, I think. Let's see what this looks like. Although I'm not gonna get a full range of what it does without a group, but okay, that's cool. That's pretty cool. Go over the passives here. Healing Tides. Your mastery of Weaving Fate and Abyssal Water increases your healing done by 3%. By 3% for each crutch active. Okay, so let's do something really quick here. I don't think these go away. So let's do this one. I'm also getting a heal all the time. It's not bad. Now let's do it with the crux gone. Okay, so Woman 2K and 4K with crux. Okay, so let's get rid of those. Damn it. Oh, so 2K, 2K, and 6K. Alright, well, you know, not the same. Interesting. Interesting. You stare too long into the abyss. When you generate crux, you restore 225 magic or stamina, whichever maximum is higher. Okay. So, I mean, if you want to do, if you're thinking as like a, just as a damage heal strictly, that uses Rune Mend as your base heal, you get magicka back just for using this ability that generates crux. That isn't bad. Erudition, knowledge, power. Your excessive scholarship increases your magicka and stamina recovery by 18%. I mean, right now it's 1157. You know, I don't know. Is this passive working? I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess with Breton and not using any magic recovery bliss anymore, I guess I could see how this could be a lot lower, but still, it's just like, I don't know. I still feel like there's going to be magic problems, but I haven't tested that yet. With Curative Runeforms ability slotted, your status as Illuminatus reduces the cost and increases the strength of your damage shields by 10%. So your damage shields, but there really is only there's only really one shield. So this passive, not that passive. This passive, there's no shields besides this one. So that's weird. With Curative Runeforms ability with a okay, so with a curative Runeforms ability slotted, the damage shield you get from maybe like the from that are a lot stronger, plus that one, and then just any other shields that are in the game. So, okay. I mean, I still feel like healing, is, not in the greatest spot for Arcanist. It's definitely better. I don't. It's definitely getting somewhere. I mean, this ability, I feel like, is at least a little more useful. You know, and this is also really good. I still feel like it lacks a hot, but I think they added. I want to say it was to. So, Flail is going to, which is the stamina morph, is going to have a heal to it. So that's interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it's more of a stamina heal, but due to due to hybridization, it could work out in our benefit. Let's see. I felt like I was healing more. Really wasn't healing for a lot, so I mean, it does give you some sort of survivability, but this isn't. I wouldn't rely on this heal for anything. I mean, it's only a generic crux. You're healing yourself for 3 point. It's only 3.4, but again, we're not wearing full sets, and it isn't like a. Um, Healer is just weird for. Healer's weird. Now, can you go through? You can go through the portals while doing the beam heal. So keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. You can cast your beam heal, go through the portal, heal that guy over there, go through the portal, heal that person over there. So okay, it doesn't cancel your your heal. You think it would? I don't know. I still feel like healing Arcanist is a little weird. I think it's better than it was, but still think it's weird. The abilities, I don't know. The abilities still kind of lack. I mean, this is a better hot, definitely than it was, but I don't know. I'm still. This is gonna take some targeting because again, look how. I mean, this is just such a small area that you're really gonna have to whip it around to heal people, and that's only people, in that area. So you're gonna, yes, you will hit them really hard with it, but it's only while you're on them, and you probably can't stay on them very long. So another hot would be beneficial, I think. Now this ability will definitely add some survivability. It adds a little different, something different to the damage, but it's still damage. It's not. It's not. Its main purpose isn't healing. It's a secondary effect. So I don't know. I do like that you can cast a beam while you're going through the portals. That's crazy to me. I like that. Anyway, that's this video, guys. A little longer than I expected, but I found some fun in it, at least testing some things. I don't know what you guys think. I think it's definitely taken some steps forward with major protection, with even just the change in, because this used to be yellow, now it's kind of like a greenish. I do like it. Um, I still feel like that this is going to be not as powerful as people think. Um, and this, I mean, this morph's definitely better, but I like the other morph too. The only problem is that it does a heal over time. Where this one just really buffs you. I think it would be I think it would be nice if both had a heal over time and one stuck to you and one didn't. I know that some people would be like, well, that would mean this morph would just be overall just so much better. You could have the other one where you, like, let's say this one has a hot and it stays on you as you leave, right? But it's not as big as a hot, as a heal over time. Where the other morph, if you're standing in here, the hot is much bigger. It's a much bigger heal over time. I think that would be kind of beneficial and would be different. Like, so both do a hot, but yes, one seems more powerful on paper, but the other morph, just by standing in here, maybe you get a bigger hot. So you get a bigger heal over time. I think that would change Arcanist healers pretty well. It might be kind of overpowered, but I mean, you would have both morphs that are really good, like they are now, but they would add something that is still kind of missing, I think, which is a heal over time. I mean, yes, you could go with regen or grand healing and make up for it. You know what I mean? So you can do, say, you might need magic recovery from this one, but let's actually I'll probably do this one. You know, so now you have that pot, you know, so you take off gate because it's really, you can put that on your back bar or whatever. So now you have your heal over time, and you have this to heal anybody else that might not be, because, you know, nobody stands in healing springs. You know, people stand out of it like noobs. I love noobs, right? They do make the game, they're fun. So, I don't know. But in terms of just class abilities, obviously, it lacks a heal over time. Thankfully, there are other ways to get a heal over time in the game. So, not really sure how much of a big deal it is to you guys. I think it's interesting that you can cast this while going through portals. That is interesting. Like, think about it this way. This video is so much longer than I thought it would be. I'm sorry, guys. But think about it this way: you're in PvP, you're getting attacked by 2, 3, 4, 5 people, you know, whatever. So you cast this, you run through it, and now you cast this, right? And now you're healing yourself as you're getting away from that mob. So you're healing yourself, still getting attacked. So you can't cast this, heal yourself again. Now you're healing yourself and getting away at the same time. So yeah, I don't know. It's cool. What do you guys think? Are you excited about Arcanist? Are you feeling better? I will say I am feeling better. I'm not completely sold on the class lately. I think it might hit live servers if it stays, like, let's say they don't change it from here in week 5 or 6. I think it would hit servers like mid tier, like not bad, right? Like out of the 7 classes, it would probably go from what it is now, which is probably like 6th, 5th, or 6th, like in terms of power, to maybe it's at like a 3 right now. I think that's not bad. I think that's pretty good. I think tanking is definitely where Arcanist shines. I think damage is definitely better. You know, healing is getting there. The healing, it's definitely not the best class. I don't think, even with minor curves, but some people are freaking out about. But I can see that. I can see where. But you already have access to minor curves now, so you know. But tanking is going to be where it's at. I think that's going to be the next video. So watch out for that one. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.